You had to have caught hella people smoking weed, right?
You had to.
Yeah, I guess there was Oliver's roommate.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fucking loony. Do you guys remember the guy, the teacher that I said I had in high school who got arrested because he beat up his dad and called him the devil?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 50. And with that,
holy fuck,
we had to bring in one of the most special guests. We've talked about him many of fucking times. Let's just start with the introduction. He was our RA, turned into best friend, turned into death threat if we ever exposed him to the RA department, turned into just one of our best friends of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Robin. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Yeah, if anyone from the the college RA department is watching right now, just
we're so sorry.
Turn it off. Just turn it off right now.
We have to edit out.
All right.
All right, cut.
We all graduated. We're good.
Yeah.
What's the college statute of limitations? Up next, we have to my left, Travis Stocksdale.
I'm still scared of the campus police when they're driving around town.
What a cute fun fact. To my right, we've got Oliver Wickheiser.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show.
And to my bottom left, William LeConquer.
What's good, everybody? What's good?
And of course, the host with the most, the guy with the sexiest sweater on YouTube.
Wow.
Brandyn, aka SpinShootImpress. Robin, it's been a fucking minute, dude.
Yeah, it has.
Dude, it's
Literally.
All
right, wait, before we get into any riveting convo, let's take this shot, right?
By the way, guys, this is the drinking episode.
Part 2.
Highly requested by 0 people.
It's part like 59.
Yeah,
highly requested
seriously.
by our own alcoholic souls.
But there's a game to this. So
Is
we
this
start
allowed?
with a shot.
Is this allowed?
I don't think so. I don't think drinking
this
games
allowed?
are allowed. So this is not a game.
It's not a game, it's just
Way of
a
life.
set of rules.
Did it,
A set of rules that we're listing arbitrarily that has nothing to do with our drinking.
Is this allowed?
All right, Will, we get it.
This is not allowed. Not in my Christian establishment.
You're already drunk,
Okay.
bitch.
Yeah, like what? Will
Right.
just got off earlier, so slamming shots. You know,
I'm not
he's-
drunk.
No,
You're
I've only
drunk.
been slamming shots. I've been doing a lot today. I've been
Oh,
having a
Robin.
very productive day.
Robin, what are you drinking, sir?
I'm drinking Corona.
With a lime?
Yes.
All right,
Okay, I was
that's
about
the
to
way
say,
to do it. That's the only way to do
If
it.
you didn't have a lime, I was gonna call you a bitch. I was
That's a
gonna be honest.
triggering drink to drink right now.
I've had almost
Hey.
2, and I have 2 more open. So yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh
got
my
to
God,
open
he's
it.
ready.
He's gotta open
He
it,
said
yeah.
open.
All right,
All
so
right,
Way to
ready?
do it.
all right, boys. 50 episodes.
Oh God!
Fuck
You're,
yeah.
you're,
All right, are we going a clink the mic or clink
Yeah,
the
clink the
camera,
camera.
table
Oh my
Oh my
drink?
god.
Clink, table, drink.
All right,
Only gagged a little bit.
got to get into drink. Well, drink 2 for me.
Ugh.
Only felt like my last boyfriend. I mean, what?
You've been a little sus tonight, my guy. Been a little sus.
When the imposter is acting.
Yo,
sus.
no. The only reason that Brandon thinks I'm sus tonight is because I told him about a fucking dream I had where he died. And then it turned into a conversation about I'm not gay, but I do find some men attractive.
That's I
Right.
think I have this theory that every
That's some
guy
real
is
shit.
2% gay.
You said
2%
Has
that.
to be.
at least.
I think every guy is at least a little bit percent gay. I think the percentages vary.
So
We've
if you,
discussed this before. We totally discussed this. I've always
Yeah.
stuck to my 13% number here.
13%.
I am 13.
gay.
Wow,
13%, yeah,
13. Wow.
I think 13% is a little high for me. I feel like that's kind of
Yeah,
just the
it's-
tip
it's-
numbers.
I think the highest I'm
Just a
at is
pinky.
maybe a 5.
I'm gonna hit mine with like a 0.02.
You're at least 2% gay. So Robin,
percent?
I want to know a little something. So our first, we knew of you. You were our RA, right? You
Yes.
we
But for
perceived you.
But for you and I, Brandon, he was the RA of the other side. until
he was technically my wing.
So we kind of, and we've told you this in the past. We kind of saw you as a hard ass. So when we went to our first fire party,
oh god,
when this crazy individual took us to this first party, and you came out of the shadows with your fucking light on, all we saw was your silhouette, and you just were revealed by the moonlight. And you said, "If any of you bitches tell on me, I'm gonna kill all of you and ruin all of your college careers." What was your first thought whenever we pulled up to this party?
It's classic Sam move.
See, we've talked about him a lot, actually. We've talked about Crazy Sam a lot, and it's like, what would this fucked individual have to party?
Supposed to be a low-key party, and then next thing you know, Sam has invited all these people, and I had no idea who you guys were until you were there. So I was like, I need to set some boundaries here because I got to make it through college type of thing. And it was pretty awkward, but it was a pretty solid time.
Yeah. I don't think I ever respected you more than actually, no, there are many moments where I was like, this guy's a fucking badass. But that moment was like the first moment of like, this guy's fucking.
I wasn't at that particular moment.
Yeah,
I wasn't at the party. I wasn't there.
You weren't there for his hard ass moment either, Oliver.
Yeah.
Because you moved in late. We got this like
that was
the like common area with everybody from the hall and like the RAs, and Robin was there. Like, such a hard ass. He was like, "Yeah, guys, this is not fucking playtime."
Dang.
Travis and I were giggling to us. So, and then we've told this story in the past about how we threw a dorm party with like, I want to say like 30 or 40 people.
There's probably at least 25.
100 square foot area.
This was post there. Our RA getting fired.
Yes. You were there. What was that like for you?
I don't think I was at that one.
You were.
I'm pretty sure
for a very brief moment you were.
Yeah, because I remember. Yeah.
Before it started, really.
Yeah, you were like on your. You had other obligations in the night.
Yeah.
No, I mean, none of you guys were RAs, but it's a weird position to be in, and you want to like my idea was have that hard ass vibe when you get there, so that the people that are off the fucking walls maybe chill down a little bit.
Get that?
Yeah, it's fair.
And then the ones that put in effort, like you guys, to find out who I am, then you know that I'm cool. But you can't be cool from the beginning, otherwise, shit would just go out of control.
Honestly, Oliver gave us the hookup on this too. Oliver gets mad props because we tried to kind of argue with him, if I remember correctly. We're like, there's no way Robin is cool. And Oliver's like, no, seriously, Robin is cool. I like talked to him in the bathroom and I was drunk as shit. We're like, no way.
I didn't know about this conversation.
I was probably having, I mean, dude, we were like, he was in the same wing as me. So like, he's probably I saw him more. I probably saw him more than you guys a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the whole college experience was fucking weird.
Wait. So for this entire time, because like I've heard you guys tell like these stories of like you guys living in Turner and all that place. So all three of you didn't live in the same room, but you lived in the same building.
Right. Brandon and I were in the same room. Oliver was like, what, 6 doors down or something?
Yeah, I was on the other side of the hall.
His bisexual roommate.
That's a different story. God. That's a different story.
Tell it, please.
I think we've told that story. We totally told that story out here, right? Where he like was hooking up with a guy while Oliver was in the room.
That was actually not true. He wasn't hooking with a dude. It was his girlfriend at the time.
I was
passed
out.
He was like
I wasn't in the room.
Hooking up
I wasn't in the room. I went to the study lounge and fell. I went to the study lounge and fell asleep. As soon as he got there, I left and fell asleep in the study lounge. And like someone woke me up at like 2:30 in the morning. Okay. I was like, where the fuck was I?
Robin, as a question from someone like, if you don't know who I am, I also went to the same college that these boys did, but I lived in Potomac, and I also lived in Thatcher.
Yeah, he was a late. He was a late discovery for us.
I was a late discovery. I'm the last part of this.
The last dude was fucking under the radar the whole time.
Whole radar. And then Brandon found Oliver found me first, and then Brandon did.
I'm just hearing Oliver finds us all the coolest friends. What the hell?
Man.
So
I have a trait.
As a question from somebody that has done it in a college dorm room, talking about having sex.
Wow.
Have you as an RA ever caught somebody in the middle of the act while like doing your rounds or like while doing something that RAs have to do? Because I used to live next door to one.
He did those rounds so often.
Because I used to have I had Devin as my RA over in Thatcher.
Are you serious? The Devin?
The Devin.
Yes, the Devin.
Motherfucker. I'll say
fuck
it on live.
That son of a bitch.
I'll say it on live YouTube. Devin, fuck you.
He was pretty cool to me. Okay, so he was pretty cool to me.
No, he was fine. He was fine. He was just doing his job.
But like he was pretty cool with me. Like he even asked me out to drinks after the semester was over, and I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. But like
weird champ.
Like I've had a story where like I was in Thatcher, I was by myself, my roommate wasn't there, and I was in the middle of the act, and then I hear a knock on my door, and it's Devin, and he was like, hey man, you know that my bed is right next to your bed, and it's only like covered by that wall, so I can hear everything that you're doing, right? And I was like, yeah.
What do you want me to do?
And then I was like, fuck, I'm caught right now because like he can see him through the door that I have the chick on the bed, and I was like,
was she like spread eagle like her legs, like straight coochie? No, in the moonlight.
She was covered up by like the blanket, but like but then I was like, all right, I'm gonna counter this motherfucker. And I was like, oh yeah, then why the fuck were you up at 4 a.m. last night? Fucking, I hear you popping bottles of wine, and fucking I hear that Seinfeld theme music play every 30 minutes. And he's like, you heard all that? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, we're cool right now.
Damn, you exposed his lonely late night.
You went into a question and then you went on to a story. Have you caught anybody in the act of fucking?
Have you caught anybody fucking?
No, I never did.
That is bullshit.
Really?
100%.
No, I'm serious. There was a lot of crazy shit that happened in Turner that year, and I honestly was never on duty when the shit went down.
Yeah, we caught people fucking. Robin didn't, apparently.
I honestly never did.
So then what was the craziest thing that you caught as an RA during your time at Turner?
There was nothing.
Like, you had to have caught hella people smoking weed, right?
You had to have.
Yeah, I guess there was Oliver's roommate.
Yeah, fair enough.
What about our friends down the hallway between Brandon and I's room and Oliver's room? Our friends
on the football team.
Yeah.
No, not our football team friend. Well, they smoked a lot too.
I'm fried, bro.
I'm talking
big
about
dude.
our
I'm
friends who we
fried.
would actually like hang out with sometimes. Those the funny guys.
Like, my mentality of college is, if you're gonna do crazy shit, do it in your dorm room, and then I didn't really care.
Oh yeah,
fair enough.
And
yeah,
there was one time
getting an RA that cared.
That's a cool RA mentality right there. It's like, hey, I want you to be safe. I don't care what the fuck you do. Just do it in your dorm room.
So he can watch.
Yeah,
over.
I mean, if you police the whole dorm and then Ben and Oliver and Travis go out to a bar and then drunk drive home is pretty dumb. They might as well drink beer in their dorm.
Exactly.
But there was one awkward encounter with Oliver's roommate, and the only reason I had to go to the door was because a hall director was there, and she made me go with her, and it was super awkward.
I didn't know about this.
We loved the hall director. We loved the hall director.
Oliver's roommate was smoking weed, and she said, "What are you smoking in there?" And he's like, "I'm smoking a cigar." And I was like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Cool, go put it out," and then we left. But it was like super weird.
Did the lady fall for it? She was like, "Oh yeah, that is a cigar."
I think she was of the mindset that she knew what it was, but she wanted Robin to say something, and if Robin didn't say something, she wasn't going to either. That's just the kind of person she was.
That's pretty much how she sounded too.
Hey, I know you guys are having fun and getting mellow right now, but if you guys could just please tone it down, I would really appreciate it. You guys are great. Thank you.
Is that something that she has said to you before?
That's just her tone of voice.
That's kind of how she talked about everything.
I had like a lot of cologne on for some reason because I was a fucking 18-year-old degenerate. So I had like Axe Dark Temptation body spray on or some bullshit like that.
That man sprayed that stuff like it was going out of style. Holy fuck. I still have one of your Dark Temptation.
It's because he's a gamer. That's what they had to do.
In my glove box in my car.
Axe body spray, Mountain Dew, Call of Duty. That was his lifestyle. Get the fuck over it.
Can I say? And she comes up to me. She's like, "You guys smell really great right now, but there are people that can't smell your greatness. So you guys need to go upstairs."
I remember that conversation.
Yeah,
she was like, "You guys smell that
people having allergies."
Like, what the fuck?
Yo, actually, the funny
what
one
the
of the
fuck does that even mean?
One of the funniest things she said was that I don't remember if she had like a meeting with everybody in Turner, but someone left a condom on the ceiling.
It was on the hanging light. It was hanging from the hanging light. Oh my god, it was horrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but no, to add another like layer of spice to the dorm we lived in, the first floor was like where all the like special needs kids lived.
Okay.
Like people who needed like a single room for like mental health reasons or like medical reasons or whatever kind of reason. We live with them too, and they were like integrated with like the normies.
Okay.
Wow.
The neurotypicals.
You're such a fucking dick.
The autists were allowed to be in normal life. Like, what the fuck is that about, bro?
No, I'm saying it added an extra like spin to our dorm that was awesome because we loved them. That's what I was trying to say. That's all I was trying to say. Fuck.
No, like, I mean, that was the same way it was at Thatcher for a little while. The first floor was like a lot of people that had like special needs, autism, Down syndrome, all of that. There's a couple cool kids too. There was one kid.
What, people with autism and Down syndrome can't be cool?
Will.
So there was a couple cool kids.
So we got caught with alcohol one time, and this was the only time I ever gotten in trouble because for whatever reason, life miraculously got me out of trouble every single time.
Yeah, when we got caught, I wish I would have known about his wine-fueled Seinfeld binge, so I could have used that to blackmail him too.
So that same kid caught us and you know fucked us over, and we had to go through this like whole training shit like that. Robin, I'm curious to know what your version of this story is.
Of that night?
Yes.
Well, I think I kind of bitched out on the whole situation.
You had to, though. We totally understood yours, unlike someone else in this chat.
And the reason was because Jay's parents are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, I should not be here. And then
no. And you were like the fact that you were in RA like made it totally okay in my mind that you hid.
Well, okay, start from the beginning and give us like the ESPN highlight details.
Play by play.
We're talking about the time in the suites, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and then another thing is fucking Alexis, she wanted me to buy her some Grey Goose, and I bought it for her, and then she didn't like the flavor I wanted, and I think that was the only bottle that was in the stupid living room that Travis got in trouble for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think it was a whole thing.
Oh yeah, that was the fuck thing about that too, is that I had gotten home from work like 15 minutes before the RA knocked on that door, and I had sat down and like cracked a beer. Yes, so I was in the guilty party, but like, god damn, I just got there, and I had already been fucked once before for something that wasn't even my fault either.
Oh my.
So like, as a for anybody that doesn't know, for the podcast viewers that are just watching on our 50th episode, first of all, binge the rest of the 50 episodes because they're
first off, what the fuck are you doing here? Go back to episode 1. I don't give a fuck if it's bad quality. Just go back and watch it. It only makes sense if you watch it in order. Okay.
Shit.
God.
No, so we had like kind of a small get together. It was like a few girls, Robin, his girlfriend, all of us. William wasn't there. He wasn't integrated.
This was pre-conk.
This is pre-conk. And so we were like, okay, we're going to do our finals week banger. You know, it'll be just us. We're not going to do anything crazy. It's going to be like 8 or 10 of us. We're going to get a little sauced, you know? That's what we do. So I'm sitting here sipping on a bunch of fucking screwdrivers, Everybody else has their own version of alcohol. Probably people were having some as well. And so I'm pretty drunk at this point. I'm like 6, 7 deep, and I'm a lightweight, so that'll fuck me up.
I was pretty drunk, Brandon.
We hear a knock on the door, and it's like a fierce knock. It's not one of those knocks like, "Hey, what's going on?" No, it's like, "Hey, some bullshit's going on." And it was 2 RAs. And RAs are the police force of the living spaces of college. So they pull up and they're like, "Hey, we
literally
hear
only the
clanking
biggest
of bottles. We
besides Robin.
hear a lot of debauchery. What's going on in here?" Like, we're all just hanging out and
bottles. He said he heard bottles clinking. You said it was cream soda.
or Snapple or something like that.
He was like, "I hear bottles clinking," and I'm like, "Probably some cream soda." And he was like,
"Can you get one?
Some of the cream sodas for me." So I go back and look at my fridge, and I'm praying upon every god that exists. I'm like, "Please let us have some cream soda." None there. And he's like, "Well, okay, I see the screwdrivers. They're hidden behind the couch. Let's just pour these out, and that's all it's gonna be." I was like, "Okay." So, because I was drunk as off, man. And they pour it out, but two groups of people hide. Okay, Robin, and we totally understood why Robin.
We wanted Robin to hide. Like, I hoped that Robin would hide.
Immediately Robin took all of his drinks, went back into the dorm room, and was like, "Guys, I can't get in trouble. That's that." Oliver was in there during the initial, "Hey, I see everything's going on." But somehow Oliver fucking sneak 100 all the way back into his room and grabs like a ton of his alcohol and sneaks into the fucking bedroom. We don't know how he got out of this.
He put a basket on Devin's head and snuck back to his
Dude,
room.
That whole thing was so comical to me because they were already in our suite at the time when I was moving in between rooms, and they didn't say anything to me.
Literally, we were with the RAs turning into the bathroom to dump out the bottles of liquor, and Oliver just like slinks from one room to the other right in front of our fucking eyes, and they don't say anything. I don't understand it. You're looking at the luckiest man alive.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, the man truly is a god.
There was another moment where I think the personality of Robin really shined. We were at the apartments, and these two girls that at the time Travis and I had a crush on.
Yeah, they were like our older women crushes. We were like, yeah, we could slay that, even though we're younger.
Oh my dude.
Okay.
Wow, do you remember when Alice this girl had her hand out?
And we called them AA because their names were both started with A. They were also best friend roommates. We thought this was like destiny.
We did. That happened a few times actually, Travis, where you put your hand on her hand and like try to grab it, and she was like, "That's not what's happening here." Do you remember that?
I was like, that could be what's happening here. If you wanted it to.
Robin, in this moment, got so fucking drunk and was just like insulting us the whole time. Do you remember this?
I do remember that.
This is the night we were doing, what was it? It was like shot of tequila, spray chocolate sauce in your mouth, and then chug Monster. What were they called? I don't even remember.
Monsters and sludge
Sounds
something.
like an Irish trash can.
It was like a volcano.
It was something rocket. It was totally something.
Yeah, it was. It was like rocket.
I don't know. But they were insane. They were fun. I would do that again.
What was that, Robin? What was that story like for you at that moment? Because I that night was hazy for me. That's not something I really remember.
I remember it.
I remember doing. I think they were called diesel rockets.
Oh my god! That's what it was, dude. That's what it was.
Yeah. I did way too many of those, and then I remember throwing up many times through the night.
Oh, well, I think yeah.
All I remember is you falling off the chair, Robin.
Yeah.
I remember us like being there, and we had a 30 rack.
It was Jim Beam whiskey.
We drank like 2 beers and left. Like we didn't have any other alcohol. We were just so messed up already.
You know, it's crazy to me that we have this version of ourselves that, college is essentially, how do I fucking put it's life on training wheels. you go through college and there's no real consequences to your actions unless you do something severely fucked up. There was a different version of us that did what we're like a kid version of ourselves in this playground that we had no clue what we were doing.
But also we were all two-faced fucks for sure too. Like we talked about our hall director who was like super, let's all be a community, let's have a fun time, let's like do team building events and shit. And like when we were around her, we had this like face on, right? We called ourselves, it's the model, we joked about this all the time, the model students. We would be the model students around her, and we would be organizing events for the hall. And like, I mean, I wasn't like tripping at all. I wanted the same things as her. I wanted us to all be a community too. I wanted the team building events.
We created a few team building events.
But I also, on Fridays and Saturdays, I wanted to go fucking party, man. And I think she understood that. And I think that like we could be both. And we did that really well. I mean,
Travis, you started getting in trouble twice.
No, he's not connected.
Okay.
Does my dick look like it's fucking cummed yet?
Oh God, did you really just say that?
Okay, I have something I want to know Robin's opinion on now. We've talked about this on the show before. The basically like drug war that took place on our campus, where in the dorm that we lived in, this is the same dorm we've been talking about the whole time. This basically like drug war took place. If you're tuning in on episode 50, it was like the two biggest drug dealers on the college campus were both living in our dorm somehow. And they were like both stealing from each other's stashes and stuff. It was intense. I was legitimately scared at a couple points, but I want to know Robin's point of view on that. How he felt as like an RA being in that situation.
By the way, T-minus 3 minutes, 30 seconds till a shot.
Calm the fuck down.
It was uncomfortable a few times. I felt like I couldn't really do anything because Sam was there, and it was super weird. And
also, he was like your best friend too. So like, what can you do?
Yeah, it was.
So wait. One of the drug dealers was Robin's friend. Is that what?
Crazy Sam, dude. Crazy Sam we talk about all the time. It's his best friend.
Oh, okay. So Crazy Sam
he was like the one that kept Sam's head on straight, at least when he was around him.
Right. Okay.
He was a good friend, but I felt like I needed to be his friend to keep him alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We kind of ended up feeling like that too, and that's why we like.
That's how all three of these guys felt once they found me. They're like, "Fuck."
Also, we didn't know how much longer we'd be alive if we kept hanging out with him as much as we did.
They're like, they took one look at me and they're like, "Fuck, we need this kid or he's gonna fucking die."
So what was that quote unquote drug war like?
Yeah, please.
I honestly don't really know what happened. There was one weird time I was in Morgantown and the two of them kept calling me and they thought that I had taken their shit and was like trying to sell it in Morgantown, and it was super weird. And
and there was a whole big conspiracy where actually Oliver's roommate, who we talked about earlier, was trying to steal from them because he was leaving the school. So he was going to pull this like big heist on their weed stash before he left and like steal from both of them. Or at least this is what he said to us. And like, we lived in a fucking like drama / comedy / everything. It was lit.
It was lit.
Brandon's laughing like those fucking Japanese girls right now. Like
Brandon's laughing like he's gonna edit this out of the video.
No, this is good content.
That was a good time.
Yeah, no, actually, that shit did go down when you were in Morgantown. I think that was when they like hid the drugs in the ceiling tile and inside the couch and everything.
How real was the threat of bringing in the Martinsburg dogs?
I don't know.
So fucking not real. I mean, I could see right through that.
Down dog's a joke.
We've talked about Gunther on here too, I think.
There was this drug dog.
He would sleep on a bed made out of weed.
Literally, how that dog could like sniff around and not find anything and just lay down in the hall is fucking beyond me when every other room had smoke clouds coming under the doorway.
Yeah.
I would be off my rockers and I would see this dog and I'd be like, "Oh, Gunther," and I would pet him, and the police guy would be like, "Don't pet him.
Don't touch him. He's working."
Yeah,
he's working.
Dude, Gunther's my dog, dude.
Bro, he
was literally the biggest homie. Honestly, for like our luck freshman year could be attributed to Gunther.
Have I told the story about the time that drug dogs came into my high school and they busted my my science teacher?
You had some Heisenberg shit going?
Did he like have something on him or what?
Okay. I'll tell the story. So I was a freshman, I believe, yes, and it was my last class of the day, or second to last class of the day. It was a science class. I forget which one it was. And
is it shoddy time, by the way? Sorry to interrupt, but is it shoddy time?
Yeah, it's shoddy time.
All right, before you dive deep into this, let's take the shoddy.
Okay.
You guys are actually doing this. You're gonna make me feel gross
buddy.
about myself.
How about you go fuck yourself and stop being a pussy?
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
nice shot.
I'm only pouring a little one. Then I'm not going crazy.
All right.
If it's not filled like this,
if you don't do it, you have to do 20 push-ups.
If you can't barely pick it up without
no, don't give him an out. Are you serious? He's fucking cut as shit. Don't take the shot.
Give Oliver an out and he will take it.
No. A little bit more.
Bro, that's as full as it goes.
Give it like a little tipsy more.
Okay, for our non-video friend, what are you shooting, Oliver? I mean, not Oliver, Robin.
Beer.
Nice.
Are you gonna chug the whole thing?
He's chugging. He's chugging.
Oh, I'll finish this one. That means I'm down 3.
Hell yeah, let's do it, baby. So we're gonna go
patter.
Video clink.
Yeah, see, I had mine as full as Will's. I had mine as full as Will's.
Oh my god, patter. Fuck.
Shut up.
Oh god.
Woo.
So it's freshman year. I'm in my 6th period class, and this teacher is fucking loony. Do you guys remember the teacher that I said I had in high school who got arrested because he beat up his dad and called him the devil?
I think I remember this.
That's this same teacher before he got busted.
Satan.
Before he got busted, this is what he did. And so we're sitting in class and we walk into class one day and there's this plant growing out of the fucking sink. And like it doesn't have any like buds on it, so like we can't tell. Like,
it's a weed plant?
We can't tell what it is at first. So like as the semester's going on, like we see it start developing and it develops the iconic marijuana buds before it actually sprouts the actual plant that you harvest. And so we're sitting there and we're like, this is a fucking pot plant. And so like one day he's late to class, so we go over and we smell it to like see if like there's any odor to it. And like there's no fucking odor. But like someone in the class, like some kid was like a fucking genius in our class, and like he specifically said like, yeah, that's a marijuana plant, you can tell by this and this. So we took his word. Jeez. And so at the end of the semester they called in dogs because apparently someone was harboring marijuana in the school, like in like either a backpack or in a cabinet in one of the classrooms, whatever. So as we're sitting in class, they tell the dogs to come in. And this dog goes over to the sink, spends about 2 minutes sniffing at the sink, and then they just walk out and leave.
Sounds crazy.
Sounds like Gunther was in that classroom that day.
I said for her role.
Gunther himself was there.
Buddy was shook. And this teacher looked so relieved that the dog left his room. And we're like, this motherfucker does have weed in here. What the fuck?
Honestly, this man has done it. He's produced the first odorless plant. He
in
should
the Capitol,
winning a Nobel Prize or something.
I mean, it might not had any odors.
Weed culture forever.
It might not. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it doesn't produce an odor until after the buds have sprouted. I don't know. I don't know how it works. So if that's the case, then he got away scot-free on coincidence.
Then he's a fucking lucky motherfucker. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. He's another Oliver Wickheiser.
So
literally, he hid.
there's a few big things going on.
There are a lot.
I personally don't love to follow popular. Fuck, I'm already drunk.
Are you talking about Trump getting banned from everything?
So Trump did get banned from everything.
He did.
But no, I don't know how I feel about that. But so
yeah,
I think we can kind of go into that.
Know how to feel, because it's like, okay, he's kind of trying to like start an insurrection of our like nation's government. So I get that, but also the free speech thing. It's like, what do you say? I think it was good that he got banned. I think it was good that he got banned. Like, it's true. As much as we hate it, as much as you like don't agree with it or whatever, they are private companies like Twitter and Facebook and all that can delete that shit if they want to.
I don't know how much I like the fact that they're private companies at this point. You know,
I don't like it either, bro. Corporations are going to control our lives in our lifetime. Come on, Disney is going to fucking buy everything. They're going to become their own nation. They're going to have their own military.
So there's this thought that like social media is essentially a bunch of people. Like, so imagine everybody is represented as a town square inside of. And this is representative of social media. So every person. So let's say there's 10 people in the middle.
Does this make me Villager B?
Media. What's
Does
that?
This make me Villager B?
It makes you whatever you want to be.
Perfect card.
So, I want to be Villager B.
So a bunch of people are sitting in the middle of the town center, and this is representative of social media. So this person says, you know, had a great day today. Everything was great. And the other person on the opposite side says fire. So who's in charge of that? To be honest, I don't think that, you know, these social media companies should be in charge of dictating who can say what. And there are a lot of
social media.
That's the thing, though. It's become more than their platform. It's become the way people think, especially in today's day and age with COVID.
But whatever it's become in our minds legally doesn't matter.
It should, though. It should.
I know. Oh, well, that's the argument, isn't it? But it doesn't.
Should. Like, you know, we have to see the reality of these things. The reality is social media dictates how people feel. I do it every single day at my job. Is I try to dictate how people feel with relation to a specific brand. So it's like, it needs to be this public thing. Now, with that being said, Donald Trump should definitely see repercussions.
Oh yeah, I mean they passed the second impeachment thing in the House, right? It's just got to go to the Senate now.
Senate, yeah.
It's the only U.S. president to ever have 2 impeachments.
Impeachment's one of them, yeah. Dude, did you see that Arnold Schwarzenegger came out and
so
said
much history in the last year?
You see Arnold Schwarzenegger came out and was like, Donald Trump's going to go down as the worst president in history.
Honestly,
is he though?
I don't know if
I don't know if he was the worst. I don't know. There's been some pretty bad ones.
Like, think of fucking the early presidents. They were all like such racist fuckbags.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Andrew Jackson was such a dickhead. I think if he was president today, people would hate him more than Trump.
Oh, if he had a hold
Andrew
of the
Jackson
internet,
was a shithead.
If he had a hold of the internet, he would have probably even not
literally
he would have.
Oh my god, him with the internet would have done worse than Trump.
He
literally was the biggest fucking white supremacist.
He was.
And so, with that being said, with everything going on as far as the impeachment, literally 10 days before this man even so here's how this thing I think will play out. I think Trump will be like, okay, listen, buddy. There's obviously going to be some criminal charges. Inciting a riot has been a thing for less. You know, I think Tyler, the Creator, it was like, it wasn't Tyler, the Creator. It was
A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky or Travis. No, it was Travis Scott got arrested for inciting a riot at one of his concerts. So people have been arrested for less. I think Trump will be like, okay, I'm stepping down as president. Mike Pence, you take the reins. Mike Pence will be like, hey, dude, I'm going to completely exonerate you. I hope I'm using that word correctly. I'm a drunk piece of shit.
No, I think you are. But I want him to do that. I hope he doesn't do that, but I think he might do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pardon you for all of your crimes.
I think
and like, what harm comes from that? You have all the Trump tards that are gonna support Mike Pence for doing that.
But also think about it as how close are we to Inauguration Day?
It's like 10 days.
And you ask,
exactly. So
and
he's not.
What harm can come from that? What harm can come from that? All of Trump's supporters seeing him not go to jail for what he's said and
the thing is like
incited.
Trump supporters are going to be Trump supporters no matter what. I think retards have always existed, right? Like crazy people have always existed in our youth, but now they have a platform.
And the Trump lovers are obsessed with Trump. That's their thing. So I think if the man is in prison, that will put an end to their like hope that anything will happen with him.
I don't know, man.
If we don't put him away, we're going to see him run in 2024.
I don't know. I mean, he's not running again.
Goes through, he's not allowed.
He's not running again in 2024.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, Travis. If something isn't done in the next week to prevent him from ever being able to run, in 2 weeks, they're going to be Trump 2024 signs in people's yards.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Trump's going to run 2024, though.
Right? Especially Americans, by the way. Mm-hmm. But human beings as a collective, they become like, when you lump them all together, they become like babies again, right? If you don't show them that something is bad and show them why it's bad and show them what the consequences are, they're just going to keep doing shit.
I don't think so. You know, you think of people like the right-hand man of Fidel Castro. I don't know what his name is. Or the guy who's on the obey sign. Like, there are so many people that have become martyrs just because they became arrested. Fucking Adolf Hitler, the pinnacle of evil, which, you know, I'm not comparing Trump to Adolf Hitler because he didn't exterminate millions of people, but
Gino Hitler.
Like, if you go ahead and arrest this man, I don't think that's the end of him. You know, people see
what is the end of him? What is the end of him if you don't kill him? Like, let him keep going. That's not the end of him. Arrest him. That's not the end of him.
I don't think he wants to be in this position. I really don't. I think he wanted to create power through emotion. I think he was very good at it. Very good at it. And I'm not a
He's
Trump
great
supporter.
at it. He's the best at it. There's no one better.
There's nobody better. Honestly, if I could make people feel love, sex, addiction, I would do it. Okay.
No, I think that him becoming president, what it did is it opened hopefully it opened the public's eyes on that. Don't vote for someone based on like how popular they are. Go for the popular vote, or don't go for someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Because this man, no, don't get me wrong, this man came in as a businessman, and he had a businessman's mentality to go through and try to change America. And like I've said before, like some things did work, some things did, but out of everything, he's done more wrong that outweighed his good. And hopefully it opened the American public's eyes to see that, like, we shouldn't have wasted, how many years has it been? Honestly, is it 4 or has it been
4?
Yeah, it's been 4. Yeah,
it's been 4 years. We've wasted 4 years of this country's time.
Not wasted. No, he did do good things. I'm not going to be like he was all bad. He did do good things, but then as soon as COVID started and the way he handled that, man, that was when I was like, all right, let's get this guy out of here.
Kind of laid the foundation on this. My family, at least on my dad's side, or I guess one specific person in general, she's very much like pro-Trump, like go Trump. He's doing his thing. But I think what he negatively did was the way that he explained things during COVID fucked him. He was going to win the election, and if I had all the money in the world, I would have put it on Trump. Just because
before COVID, yeah.
Before
and that's
COVID.
what it's always been. He like wants to win, and he wants to look good no matter what. And COVID just in general was making him not look good, because eventually it did make its way to America. People were getting sick. It was getting out of hand, and people were calling on him but he took that as like people are disapproving of me because of COVID. So he's like, I'm going to try to sweep COVID under the rug and act like COVID is nothing. But then COVID said, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to.
He got it at one point. He said he got COVID. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that, but like, I'm going to have to disagree with Brandon a little bit. Brandon said he doesn't want what's happening right now to happen, and he doesn't want to be in the position that he's in. I'm going to have to disagree with that. I think this is exactly what he wanted. I think maybe it wasn't exactly what he wanted 6 months ago, but this is definitely exactly what he wants now, because 6 months ago, I think he was 100% convinced he wasn't going to lose the election. And I think he was 100% convinced he wasn't going to lose until he did lose. So now he's being a little piss baby. That's what I think.
I don't know. I think he doesn't. In my head, if I was in his position and he was playing this 4D chess, which I don't think he's playing 4D chess to a certain extent, but you know, there was no evidence that he did otherwise. Like, so for example, he played his audience so well throughout the whole entire presidency, even beforehand. However, I don't think that him being seen negatively helps him at all. I don't think that he wants this presidency anymore. I don't think that.
I think to an extent it helped him. Like, all the hate he was getting after he won, he was already there. So all that hate was just attention, and he was getting. And I think it worked then. But after losing the election, all the hate that he's getting now, and all the hate that he got up to his loss, that has definitely worked.
I mean, he always says like any publicity is good publicity,
but
and
now
like,
it's literally fucking him. Like, how many people he's gotten to hate him at this point is
now
fucking him.
Even his loyal followers are like, okay, this guy is a little unhinged. You know, you literally attacked America.
Literally, sans the people that stormed the Capitol, I think everyone else who voted for him is like, sorry, guys.
All right, we don't associate with that group. So I guess what I'm saying is he doesn't want to be president anymore because even his loyal followers are separating themselves from him. And I think it's really evident that I would be done. You know, if I played this 4D chess for so goddamn long, and it's not working anymore.
Literally, when do you just call it quits? Like, he's taken so many L's in the past like 3 months. When do you call it quits?
Yeah. And even the L's before, you know, when people were just pissed because he was triggering the libtards, so to speak. You know, those were W's for him. You know, he pissed people off. He pushed them onto the other side.
Oh, he loved it, man. He totally loved it.
He loved it. Now it's become too much for him to muster, and I think he's gonna be doing some serious time unless he gets himself out of this situation. And once he gets himself out of the situation, he's gonna be making millions off of doing one speech, making one book.
Dude, he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something like not even politics related after this. He's gonna start like some kind of Trump channel, like some kind of media. I feel like he's going to start to like get all of his followers in one place. He's going to start his own social media or some shit like that. Like, I swear, he is not done. We have not seen the last of him. He's like a villain that keeps coming back.
He kind of looks like the fucking, who's the guy in Superman, the bald cunt?
Lex Luthor.
Not Lex Luthor. I was thinking about the other universe. Who's the fat cunt in, who's
DC?
the blind guy? Who's the blind guy?
Daredevil.
Who's that cunt?
Matt Murdock?
No, okay, yeah, it's that cunt. But like, who's the evil guy in that universe?
Oh, Wilson Fisk.
He reminds me of Wilson Fisk so
literally,
much.
bro. I could see him slamming a guy's head in a car door over and over till his whole skull's like obliterated. Could see Trump doing that.
Ow.
I'm excited to be back in the era of politicians that know how to craft a speech in a way that represents the United States well. I think Obama was definitely one of the purest examples of that.
Holy shit, yes, dude. For the first time in 4 years, we're not a fucking TV show anymore.
Yeah.
Although right now we still are because of all this bullshit.
Do you remember whenever Trump got elected and I was laughing my fucking ass off because I was like, 4 years of good ass memes, dog. Now it's
and
over.
then my girlfriend at the time was getting really triggered by that.
Dude, I remember after he got elected, they had like
if Trump wins,
they had like counselors for people who were crying that the Democrats didn't win. I was like, this is ridiculous.
At our school they had safe spaces, man.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
They wouldn't. I feel like they wouldn't do it if the other side. Trump loses. They're not safe spaces for Republicans to be like, "Hey, we lost."
There is no safe space.
Yeah, exactly.
Trump loses, not in the Capitol.
Yeah, for reals.
God damn.
What's hard about
name a place
being
more secure than the Capitol?
My home,
my
with the
house.
deadbolt locked. Yeah.
Dude, the hardest thing about being somebody who actually has their own opinions about everything is dealing with everybody that's on each side and chooses a team.
I'm not even.
Yeah, that's gonna happen through life. It always.
This is why I'm a social media lurker. All right.
You just lurk.
I just like to have my opinions and laugh at the extremists on both sides. It comes
into my real life, though. I had a conversation with one of my coworkers, and I told this on the podcast before, but it's like, you know, I sit there and I'm like, I accept most ideas because I want to understand everybody. I want to sit there and have a conversation with the racist. I want to have a conversation and understand the people that are part of the LGBTQ community because that's how I learn. Bro.
You're like Jesus. You want to have dinner with the sinners.
And like the thing is people don't accept that. People don't want to understand the other side. And that's fucked.
Well, it's what I mean, they're responding to what like society and social media and the media are like making them do. The media and social media and everything is pushing this us versus them mentality. That's why everyone is like that. You're basically like brain trained to hate anyone who disagrees with you. I'm like, bro, it's okay. We just disagree. We can still be chill.
Bill Burr put it so well. Bill Burr put it so fucking goddamn well. It's like, if this whole Capitol attack bullshit, anybody, anything, it is fuck the media, fuck mainstream media. It needs to make people realize that the mainstream media, CNN, Fox News, any other partisan a media group is to blame for this shit.
It's all fucked, man. It's all fucked. I'm literally these days like, what do I look at for accurate facts and accurate news? What do I look at?
Reddit.
I just repeat I just repeat the first thing I hear till someone corrects me. That's the way I get factual information now. So congratulations. This is what you've driven me to.
I feel like Travis and I are fucking dominating the conversation. I apologize.
Yeah, we really are.
But it's fucking
so I feel like I'm sitting here in a position where I don't fuck with this mainstream bullshit to the point, and God, that makes me sound like such a douche. I don't fuck with this mainstream bullshit to the point.
Yeah, because you'll get attacked for that too. By the way, being one of those people that say I don't talk about politics, you'll get attacked for that too, because they'll be like, "Oh, must be nice to be a cis white male who just can opt out of talking about politics."
My ex-girlfriend made that same fucking point. Anyway, it's so frustrating to me because we can't have an opinion as white dudes. And second of all, it's like it makes it so hard because I have to disassociate myself from all of this shit. I have to just sit in my own lane. And I can't rise above the fact that there are all of this fake bullshit that's going on to the point where I can't even make an educated decision anymore because every little thing has their little accent of red or blue. I just can't.
Dude, in the past year, right? If you would have asked me a year ago, do you really want the apocalypse to happen or are you just memeing? I would have said I was just memeing. But after living through 2020, it's so fucked, but I'm like fantasizing about just society collapsing and we all go to an apocalypse state. I feel like at this point, it would just be so much easier. Things are so royally fucked at this point.
I kind of disagree with you on that angle. I enjoy the internet. I enjoy being able to sit here and play Civilization for 8 hours and not having.
We would be living Civilization, dude. We would have to rebuild Civilization. Holy fuck.
But I kind of empathize. There's a part of me that empathizes with that, where I would love for it to be a situation where we've described this the past like 4 episodes, where Travis is leader, I'm co-leader. We have William, who is the blind, I'm gonna get shit done. Oliver is like the
mercenary.
The mercenary. Honestly, Robin would be our jack of all trades, Renaissance man.
Fucking like tactician, right? He like draws a fucking map of the area. He's like, all right, if we move in from here, here, and here, we'll have the perfect cover. They will not see us coming. Like, that'd be Robin.
All right, Robin. So we've talked about this the past like fucking 5 God damn, that drink was gross. Anyway, we've talked about this the past 5 episodes. In a hypothetical zombie apocalypse, Walking Dead type situation, what role would you feel like that you would play inside of a group?
Specifically our group. That is us and our girlfriends and your girlfriend.
I think I'd be the builder.
He's a carpenter.
Exactly. You remember? Okay.
I'd build the trapdoors and the drawbridges and the moats.
He would build all the fucking
like irrigation systems and shit.
Barricades,
you'd be like the lady in Walking Dead who gave them that book with all the medieval shit, like a windmill and like water mill and shit like that. That'd be you. Yes.
So this is a public plan that we're coming up. Robin, here's what you need to do. Come down to the college town that we came from. We all need to meet up. Travis's house, aka my old place, is the meeting point.
Yes, we rebuilt the fire pit. It's actually so lit. I would love to have you all so hard.
With zombies and everything.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm glad that you're the... So we all have our own specific roles. The only thing we're missing is a medical personnel.
Literally.
Well, then I guess you better find a girlfriend.
Robin was an Eagle Scout. Robin was an Eagle Scout, so...
Scouts honor.
Is that the correct? Am I doing this right?
Yep.
Yeah,
believe me, I was touched in Boy Scouts. I would know.
Oh, so is Robin.
Whoa.
Robin was touched in Boy Scouts?
Not touched, but he was in Boy Scouts.
Well, that's what I said, and you were like, well, Robin was too.
That 100% made you sound like you were saying Robin was touched in Boy Scouts.
Confirm or deny, were you touched in Boy Scouts?
Silence is the truth. He was touched in Boy Scouts. Scouts honor.
Scouts honor.
Scouts honor. Were you touched?
So we're about an hour in, folks. We've got like 3 minutes left. I think we should go to 1:15. Is everybody okay with that?
That's cool.
Fuck it. Let's take another shot.
That's what I was going at.
I'm not.
Take a shot in the episode.
I'm taking a shot. All non-bitches, finish your drink or take a shot.
Soy app. All right, soy app. Shot or you're a pussy.
Listen, on camera, I have been gagging every single time I take a shot. That just proves that I'm a fucking
that you're
man.
A bitch. That you're a bitch.
I'm a man that's able to combat adversity. You cunt.
I wouldn't say gagging after taking a shot is like
combating adversity.
You gag after you take dick, you pussy.
Who says I take dick?
You did, fuck.
I did not say I take dick.
All right, guys, get a room.
All right. No. I'm trying to start Will versus Brandon part 2. Okay, this is gonna get so many views.
He's trying to start beef for content right now.
Oh my god! All right, pitter patter,
pitter fucking patter.
Let's get at her.
Put on your political spiel you had going on. Something maybe you guys can think about for the week and then talk about next week when you're back on. Like in my mind, I don't really think it matters politically who you for who you follow, but I feel like we're all guilty of having a too narrow window of what we look at in the political figure we follow. And whether you like Trump or not, like maybe you're pro-guns, and if that's all you look at, he's pro-guns, and that's great. But if you step back and you think about you want someone to represent the U.S. to the world, it's probably a totally different person.
We need to create. We need to create a trifecta for the president. Like what the perfect president has to have all three.
Yeah. I think this last election was everyone on the presidential
trifecta. Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's our job for the next episode.
I'm creating one for next week.
Shut the fuck up and let Robin talk.
Sorry.
People were voting on the president candidate they a little bit more than the other, or the one that they hated least. And
right,
that's
of
a
course.
Really weird, place to be in, because
isn't that
previous
sad?
Elections, it's the one that you believe in.
You're right, and you're right, and you know what? That is also kind of a fault of the media. That small window that most people look at their favorite candidate or politics in general through. That is a lot of times the fault of the media too, and the fault of like social media and like Google and shit, because they see like, okay, somebody's like, okay, I like guns, or okay, I don't like abortions. And they will cater like everything you see to that. And they'll start showing you like more conservative centered shit or more liberal centered shit based on what you show them that you like. So one issue that you have an opinion about will push you to the extremes of either side with how media is right now. It's so fucked.
Yeah.
I think
that's why I'm saying we need apocalypse, societal collapse, start over, new fucking Adam and Eve shit. That's what we need.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Adam and Steve.
That's right. You and me, Robin.
Dude, crazy. Anyway, everything is so much more complicated than anybody could ever fathom. And what makes me mad is the human way that we process things, is to put things in categories or boxes, or tries to simplify things so we can hopefully understand it. And the fact of the matter is, everything is so more infinitely complicated than we could ever imagine. Even if you break things down to the cellular level, there's things that we don't understand. When it comes to politics, is people are people, and there are so many more complicated things than you can understand about a person.
Yeah, dude, politics is totally man-created. Like,
I don't look at any one of you and see this categorical person that is Travis, Oliver, Robin, or Will. I look at it as there are so many things going on in their lives every single day that I can't fucking fathom. And if you guys fuck up, or if I fuck up, I would hope that you guys see that there's things that are going on in my life that are more deeper than just face value. And I hope that everybody kind of, and I know this is not the case, but I would hope that everybody kind of sees that things are more than just surface level categories. But I don't think that that's the case. Everybody likes to put themselves in these fucking boxes. And to ignore the fact that everything is more complicated than it seems is redundant and stupid to me.
Wizards of Waverly Place put it best, man. Everything is not what it seems.
Wow. You're just full of them, Trav.
You're just booling.
Straight booling.
Straight up. It's lit. Travis Scott burger.
It's lit.
So who's the first big death of 2021 that you guys think were?
Betty White.
Oh God, stop!
I think she's finally gonna go.
Who? Betty White? Bro. She's like 98.
She made it through 2020. That is a great last achievement. I would die right now if I were.
What about Queen Elizabeth?
True, she's pretty old too.
I think she'll go first.
Queen Elizabeth. Let's see. Let's Google it.
Okay, like who's older?
How old is Queen Elizabeth? Wow, that's like the first result. 94.
She's an old hag. She's an old Betty.
I would throw money on her dying next year.
But wait, I don't even know how old Betty White is. How old is Betty White?
She's older than sliced bread.
She's 98. So, holy fuck, man! And she's still like going strong too. Like she does shit.
Yeah,
she still does. She still does shows.
Last remaining member of the Golden Girls, bro.
Yeah, and
honestly, she won. Fucking
she's
God
fucking
tier
killing it right now. She is dead on. She's figured out life. I saw a meme the other day that like it was making fun of Snoop Dogg and like how he's just a main character in a video game. He's already completed the main game. He's just doing side quests now. And it had a picture of him playing like pickup football, being a preacher, like having the cooking channel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's just basically he's completed the main storyline right now. All he's doing right now is just side quests and shit.
That's kind of like the goal at this point, right? Like
honestly,
you want to be able to get to the point where you can just go at side quests
and just do bucking. Just
and he
do
so
nonsense.
Totally can because he already killed the rap game.
He still does.
Drop like it's hot.
He still does.
Batters on the store. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, that was the fucking greatest soundtrack of all time. Need for Speed.
Hell fucking
no one's agreeing with you, so
no, I agree.
That says something.
I will just kill myself.
all the games in that era had
so I guess just fuck me, right? Fuck me. Burnout Paradise was fire.
Actually, all the Need for Speed games had really fucking great soundtracks from that time. Like Most Wanted had an amazing soundtrack.
Most Wanted was my go-to.
Had an amazing soundtrack. Remember Hot Pursuit 2's soundtrack, dude?
Most Wanted was my favorite.
Coming down the mountain.
So Robin,
coming down the street.
What is something that has really plagued your mind? Like a topic or something you've thought about, a concept, anything.
Concept about what?
Just something that's been plaguing your mind.
What's your New Year's resolution, Robin?
Oh shit.
I started my own business in September.
I'm gonna give a round of applause.
Let's hear about it.
Round of fucking applause.
Plug it to our 60 viewers.
So, it'd be nice if that kept going.
Cool.
What do you do? What's business? Yeah. Oh.
Ruben?
Oh.
Back.
What's the business?
I started my own construction business.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh.
And I've been doing a bunch of stone work, and I'm going to do a bunch of tile work and walks and brick work and stuff. So I have way too much work, but I'm doing kind of artistic-ish stuff, and it's super fun.
You say you have way too much work? That's not a bad thing.
Oh, no, it's not a bad thing. It's good.
Yeah, there you go,
baby.
But I am working for myself, which is like kind of stressful because I never learned how to run a business, but it's also kind of easier than like knowing if you work 48 hours that week, you're going to make the exact same amount of money you made last week type of thing.
But you have the support system that allows you to start your own business, right?
Yeah.
Your brothers and your siblings have always like done their own thing and started their own businesses. So hypothetical situation, you were speaking to an audience that was trying to start their own business. What would be a piece of advice that you would have that you've learned already that you would give to said audience?
I would say the big thing is like do it. I like talked about it and thought about it for like a year and a half before I finally started it. Getting the business license was super easy, but then I had to take 2 like contractor's tests that were kind of a pain in the butt, but I passed them. And
Oliver knows about pain in the butt tests. Hey, how'd you do on that last one?
I haven't taken it yet, sir.
Oh my God, bruh.
I know. Don't talk.
That's supposed to be like a month ago, I thought.
Not a month ago.
Like half a month ago.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I don't know. My big advice is if you're still in college or high school, take a business class. Learn how to do taxes.
It can never hurt, right?
Can confirm they don't do shit.
We have this little magnet on our fridge. It says, I'm really glad I learned about parallelograms in math class. It comes in handy during parallelogram season.
Nice.
So instead of teaching us about parallelograms, they should have taught us about how to file taxes.
Literally, dude. Like the funniest part is we literally take a class in high school called life skills, but it says they say nothing about taxes or any shit like that. Yeah. Like I don't know about other areas, but I fucking learned how to like what? Raise an egg, baby? What the fuck?
Or like I know they have economics, but they don't teach about like the stock market or stuff like that too, which I think is kind of cool. But
the biggest birth control for me was we didn't do an egg baby. We had this animatronic baby that would cry, that would poop, that would require feedings at all times of the day. So what you would do is you would be assigned this baby over the course of a weekend, and you had to take care of it. And it would cry when it needed feeding. It would cry when it needed changing, and you would
be given assigned a wife in your class.
No.
What, dude? We got assigned wives for our egg babies. Oh my God, I got assigned this like normie spray tan girl, and just was like making her super uncomfortable by trying to be like a 1950s typical husband. It was hilarious.
Hey there.
I was like, I'm back from work, honey. I hope you got that dinner ready.
But they handed me this baby, and like I'm like this fucking nerdy ass kid, and I had to take care of it. And what was so frustrating to me was I couldn't get sleep. So like I had to wake up at 5:30 a.m. in order to get to the bus on time. And it would cry at all hours of the night. And I would think to myself, dude, I could never have a child. This is fucked. It would cry when I'm playing Call of Duty. It would cry whenever I'm trying to sleep for school. It would cry on my Sunday afternoon. This is bullshit. I'm never having children. Now I have this like view of like children would be cool as shit because you have your own little fucking buddy hanging around.
And you have like 90... Like, oh no, okay, I'm not going to say any percentages actually, but like a lot of the time you also have someone helping you raising that child and supporting it.
So, Robin, when do you have children?
Yeah, when are you and Gdansk going to pop one out?
No plans. We got a dog. Dogs are better.
That'll hold you over, right?
Dogs are better.
They're like kids, but they don't need clothing.
Jess and I have 3 cats now. Chance and 2 others.
Jesus Christ.
Blackie's kind of a cunt.
He's just scared of you, bro.
Yeah, hikey. What's the other one? Fergie, kind of cool, but still in her like angst Fergie teenage chill. Years. Chance, dude, my evolution of Chance has changed so much.
I've really been loving the compliments you've been paying him about how chill he is lately, because he's become like the legitimately perfect cat I've ever had.
Travis, I'm gonna cry real quick. Bro, so somebody told me this. I think it was my ex-girlfriend. She was like, bro, Travis almost got rid of Chance at one point because you were so pissed at the fact that Chance was such an asshole towards you. Now, Chance is such a chill, good cat. I would live with you again, bro.
Just for Chance.
I need an animal. I'm thinking about getting an animal, But
Please get a cat. I know you told me you wanted to get a cat. My world lit up when you said that.
I would love to have an animal be super excited for whenever I get home, but I think I need to get a girlfriend first.
Dude, but a cat can help you get a girlfriend. I'm telling you. I had this card up my sleeve all the time. This is not why I got Chance, by the way, but it really was a nice perk.
Can we talk about that really quick? So apparently, Robin, you had a conversation with Travis that you were like, no, Chance needs to stay. Chance is like the light of your life right now. You keep Chance no matter what.
He really, like, my heart would have literally fucking broken if I had to give him away, but I was going to do it for you. Because I valued the harmony between roommates more than anything at that point.
What was that conversation like? Because it helps me with context.
I don't remember that conversation, honestly.
We were lit, so. But like, I was serious. It was something I was really keeping to myself. I don't think I ever, like, to this day, ever told anyone else besides Robin that I was even considering it, but I was.
That sounds like a normal like Tuesday night at Sandpiper.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, sir.
Basically. But no, I'm glad I didn't too, because he is literally like the dreamiest cat I could ever have. I would not want any other cat. I love him. I would have literally killed me.
We have a retriever puppy, and she's super cute. And then we have a really annoying cat and a really nice cat.
This is going to sound so cringe, but like non-pet havers and like non-pet lovers just don't understand. I would take a bullet for Chance. I'm so serious.
I hated that fucking cat for so long, and this was like an angrier version of myself.
Boy. He was a naughty boy too. He loved to jump on Brandon's computer and get his hair all up in the vents.
And like also on the radiator, he would like scratch it up. Like there was definite scratch marks. But like this was an angrier version of myself. You know, I would, lash out about bullshit. Like I remember I would go into Morgan and Oliver's bathroom and I would be like pissed the fact that it was gross. But like nowadays, who cares?
I just laughed at it. Yeah, it was funny that it was gross because it wasn't my bathroom.
Or like my bathroom would be gross and I'd be pissed at it. But like nowadays, like who cares?
Yeah,
and there's more things to be pressed about, and
yeah, like fix it and move on.
I think nowadays I wish that I valued my friendship with Travis more than I did for my hatred with.
We had a good friendship throughout our whole friendship. I promise. We have.
Dude, I wish I could like every moment of my day. I wish I could like continue to refine my friendship with every single one of you in this call and like make it better. Does that make sense?
You are refining it every day and making it better. You still have that power. I'm not your friend anymore.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't hate you anymore.
Well, I kind of hate you.
Low key, I kind of fucking hate your guts.
So we hit that mark, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this episode. I'm so fucking drunk.
You enjoyed the psychotic ramblings. 5 drunk men.
Be sure to leave a like and also a comment. Be sure to email drspinshootimpress@gmail.com, even though I haven't checked it in forever. I assume that.
Wow, he admits it.
Yeah, I'm kind of a cunt. Be sure to email drspinshootimpress@gmail.com. I'll be sure to review it next show. And as always, we appreciate you guys. It's been Robin. I want you to say it's been Robin after Will goes. After Will goes.
I say what?
It's been Robin. So anyway.
That's not even a sentence. That's why I'm wondering it's fine.
It'll be great. Anyway, guys.
You'll understand.